All right. What's going on, Efren? Glad you made it, dude. Hope you're having a good weekend. Just got done sharing the links everywhere. Yeah. What's up, Bob the Devil? You guys are gonna get the first look of the doll melting footage. That's what you're watching on the screen right now. It's from when I burnt a doll at the stake. It took a while for the fire to get started, but as you'll see, it'll pick up and then the doll starts to melt. And yeah. What's up, Cheyenne? Good to see you. And Anani Mouse, hello. I hope everyone's having a great weekend. Once we have the stream going in a few minutes, I'll kind of update you guys on what's been going on and why we're going to only have a short stream today. I'll be leaving the state and all that stuff. But yeah, everything's been pretty crazy. I guess I can just tell you guys now that you're here. Some of you are here. So I'll be leaving for Oregon at the end of the month, and then I'll be back here at the very beginning of next month. My aunt, I think I told all you guys, it was probably like 6 months or a year ago. She got admitted to the hospital one of many times for her drinking, and they told her to stop or she'd die pretty quick because her liver was pretty much gone, and she didn't stop drinking, and she was placed on hospice care about 3 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, something like that. So I will be flying out there to see her before she passes and while her mind is still there. I just saw a picture of her, how she looks right now. My cousins had warned me and whatnot, but I saw a picture of her and holy crap. Like, she used to always be, a little heavier set, and now she's scrawnier than I am. Like, she looks like an old grandma. Like, it's crazy. What's up, Triumph? Good to see you. Says, yeah, I made the video. I didn't know if I would get to. Hey, you maker. What's up? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I was running a little late today. The stream was supposed to start like 45 minutes ago, but I didn't get up until like 45 minutes ago. So, yeah. Cheyenne says, I'm sick this weekend, but this stream definitely makes me feel a little better. Well, I'm glad I can help in some way. Being sick's always no fun. In fact, I gotta make sure I take like a lot of airborne and emergencies and all that stuff on my trip, because next thing I know, I'm gonna end up sick coming back. Hey, you can start to see the doll now. It took forever to get that fire going on that doll to get it to melt. Although, like, the biggest issue I was having is I need to get like a red lens for my flashlight. As you'll see once the doll starts melting, I wanted to make sure to see it, so I kind of like just turned my flashlight on the doll. But I think like a red filtered flashlight and just have it solid would work awesome. Oddly enough, I had a fun time melting that Barbie. Terrico, thank you for dropping in. Says, hey, your maker. Sorry you're going through all this. We're with you, brother. I appreciate that, dude. I really do. Yeah. Family issues happen to everybody, And I'm so upset that it's something that's like easily avoidable type of thing. Like, I've even told my other family members, I was like, I would have preferred to just switch to meth or something and have a meth head aunt that everyone's just like leery of, but at least she's alive, as opposed to, switch to something else and kill a different part of your body, damn it. But, yep. Thank you, Triumph. I appreciate that. Cheyenne says, sorry to hear about your aunt. Going through all that is never easy. Wish your family the best. Yeah, I feel really bad for my grandfather as well, because he had just moved up to that area, and he's also not doing well, and now he's going to have to bury his daughter right before he passes away, so it's just a horrible situation all around. So in that doll's head, I actually had put a blood capsule as well. So that way I was hoping as it melted, the blood capsule would pop and then blood would like pour down its face. But as you see, that didn't happen. But I do have another Barbie that I'm going to melt. And it says, went through that with my grandma, and they told her to stop smoking, and she didn't. It's tough. Yeah, it's... those things, they get a hold over you, and yeah, it's pretty crazy. Anonymous says, in better news, you found a way to make dolls creepier. Gold star of cringe. Wait till it zooms out right here and you see the other dolls just watching. My backyard was set up so stupid. The next doll I'm gonna melt is gonna be the one you'll see on the far right side of the screen. It might be hard to see, but it's another doll like that one, and she's holding out her arm like, no, type of thing. That little far one on the far right. That'll be the next victim. But I gotta probably put like a metal coat hanger inside to hold the form a little. And all that, so. Cheyenne says, I'll catch you later. I'm passing out. I hope you get some good rest, Cheyenne. Thank you so much for dropping in. I really do appreciate it. And the kind words as well. Yeah, so an impromptu trip to Oregon. I mean, there is a good thing out of it, and that's that I'll get to meet my new sisters and brother that I've never met, as well as my niece. I'll be flying in, staying with my mom for a few days, and then heading down to where my aunt is at my cousin's house, and then staying there for a few days before flying back. So, at least there's gonna be some enjoyment out of the trip. I wish this, I'm gonna try to read this story, but it's all like a block of text. So, it's probably gonna be pretty hard to read. But it's a new story that was just put up on Reddit 2 hours ago. And it's titled, During the Snowstorm, Guys Tries to Kill Me and 20 Other People with a Chainsaw in the Woods. Take care, Bob the Devil. I appreciate you dropping in. I hope you get some good rest. What's up, Lord of Shower? Good to see you, dude. Yeah, things have just been really crazy between doctor's appointments and family stuff. My aunt is in hospice care. I'm sure you already knew when I made that post, but I'll be flying up there next week or week after next. 12 days. I'll be flying up there for a while to go see her before she passes, and yeah. So she's not really doing the greatest, obviously, but yeah. Glad you made it, dude. Alright, so I'm gonna start this story real quick, and we'll see if we can get through. I'm interested to see if it's actually a dude who tried to kill a whole bunch of people with a chainsaw. So, a few years ago, me and my friends all went snowboarding in the nearby mountains during our winter break. I was 15 at the time, and being the youngest of my friends, everyone else who was 16 and could drive. So we got up to the mountains and the snowboard and everything. When we start driving back down the mountain, there's a blizzard snowstorm, and everyone is stuck in traffic halfway down the mountain. We wait in our car for like 6 hours, and traffic is so bad and no one's moving. Me and my friends see a nearby building behind a patch of woods, so we just pull over from the street and park in the snow. When we were walking through the woods, we heard a man screaming from somewhere in the woods. We all sprint where we thought we heard the screaming, and there was no one there. We're all like, that's weird, but oh well. So we make it to the building and knock on the metal door. A guy who looks like he's 20 opens the door and tells us that the building was used for Boy Scouts meeting, and other groups are staying there that night since the traffic is so bad. He invites us inside, and we go inside. There's no furniture or anything, so people are laying on the floor with blankets. The best way to describe the building is like a school NPR. What's a school NPR? Is that supposed to be like a gym? Anyway, after staying there for like 3 hours, we hear someone violently banging on the door. Me and the 20-year-old guy get up and open the door. We see a man who looks like he's in his late 20s, early 30s, wearing all black pants and a sweatshirt with a black beanie. I couldn't see his face that well since it was 2 a.m. and the small light attached to the door was awful. 20-year-old guy invites this guy in, and he just stands there not saying anything. We'd been standing here at the door for about 5 minutes, so I told the guy, "You can come inside and wait for the storm, or you can just leave." He looks at me directly in the eye and starts screaming. The same scream from the woods. 20-year-old guy slams the door and locks it. Everyone there, like 20 people, all start panicking, thinking they're gonna get murdered in the woods. Me and the 20-year-old guy eventually calm everyone down, and everyone is fine until we start hearing tapping on one of the windows from what I assume is the guy. Everyone starts freaking out and crying again. Me and my friends start packing our stuff because we don't want to deal with any of this. So once we are all packed, the 20-year-old guy and his group also start packing and ask us to wait so we're in a safe group. Eventually, everyone there packs their stuff, and as we're about to leave, we hear glass shattering. I turn around and see the windows broken and a guy climbing through a broken window. We all sprint out of there, and we're halfway through the woods when we stop sprinting and start speedwalking/jogging. I hear screaming from directly behind us and then gunshots. I turn around and I see this guy with a chainsaw. Everyone runs to their cars except for the 20-year-old guy. He ran to our car since he didn't see where his group went. So we're like, oh great, now we have to find a car with a chainsaw guy out there. So we all get in our car and just sit there, and 20-year-old guy's trying to call his friends, but there's no service. It's kind of hard to explain, but the street was a two-way on a narrow road and in the mountains. The road going down the mountain is filled with cars. Like for miles, it's just a line of cars. 20-year-old guy doesn't remember where his group's car is, so we all decide we're going to have to get out of the car and walk to try to find his car. So we get out of the car and start walking down the road, bumper to bumper cars, and we're having no luck. We hear that guy screaming in the woods and gunshots. We all immediately sprint back to our car. Once we're in our car, we see the creepy guy slowly emerge from the woods, still with a chainsaw. As soon as he's like 3 feet away from our car, traffic starts moving and we drive away. I look in my mirror and the guy is waving to us. And 20-year-old guy rolls down the window and flips the guy off. The guy screamed and ran into the woods. And that was the last time I saw him. So we didn't end up finding 20-year-old guy's car, so he just stuck with us until we got down the mountain. Once we got to service, he called his friends, and we drove to McDonald's, and he met them there. And I never saw him again. So, to the creepy guy who chased me with a chainsaw and tried to shoot me, let's not meet. Hello, Becky. Good to see ya. Glad you made it. Lord says, yeah, sorry about that. My aunt was on hospice 2 years ago. Yep, it's a rough thing a lot of people go through. NPR multi-purpose room. Okay. I don't think we ever had a room we called a multi-purpose room. I'm just gonna assume that's probably like the gym. What's up, Teddy? Glad you made it. Says at work but listening. Well, I'm glad you made it. Ms. Bellatrix, what's up? Good to see ya. I'm doing okay. Getting ready for that emergency family trip and all that fun stuff, but wanted to do a short little stream. At least talk to you guys. I haven't seen anyone in like forever. Why is the video not looping? It should have restarted. I don't know why it's not looping. Let me try to find what I'm looking for. Is that what I'm looking for? Yeah. Try to get it to reset. That way, those of you who missed the beginning, you can watch this doll melt. Becky says, trying to stay cool in this damn heat. I feel ya. It's hot as heck here. Where's my phone? I don't know where my phone is. Otherwise, I was going to tell you how hot it is. But we've been hitting 110, 120, something like that. So, Florida Shower says, by the way, doing my first collab video for my channel. That's awesome, dude. Congrats. Those can be a lot of fun, dude. I used to do those like every week back in the day. Miss Bellatrix says, have I missed much? No. This was pretty much just a stream kind of update you guys what's going on. I ended up just reading a story as well, just to entertain people, but nah, you haven't missed too much, and it's probably not going to be a crazy long stream. I still got a lot of packing and all kinds of stuff I got to do. I bought all my tickets and all that stuff yesterday, so everything's set time-wise, and was organizing my rides, all that good stuff. So. Doggo says hello. What up, Doggo? Little Zeusy. What's up, dude? Terrico says, yeah, it was our gym. They just wanted to have a more complicated name for it. Oh, okay. Yeah, if we wanted a complicated name, we called it gymnasium instead of gym. Because anything's a multi-purpose room. Multi-purpose room doesn't narrow anything down. You can do anything in just about any room. If I go into a classroom and I do a backflip in there, now it's a backflip room. You know? Just the way it is. Miss Bellatrix says, have you done a gay frog update? I did. It was in the last patron exclusive only video. It was probably posted like a month ago. It's at the very end of that. I didn't make it. I ended up putting it on a patron exclusive because the first part of the frog story was a patron exclusive anyway, so might as well finish it as a patron exclusive. So. They're turning the frogs gay. Becky says it's 86, but it was 92 earlier. Hey, that's some actually pretty comfortable weather right there. Yeah, those frogs got turned real gay. Well, I have to go find it. Yeah, hopefully you can find it easily. I wish there was a way to organize Patreon a little more. Seems like they flood a lot of things out. Like, I think even the people that become new patrons might have an issue trying to find, like, my old cataloged library. That's why I pinned it in the Discord, so hopefully it's the first thing they see there. It's raining. You're so lucky. Miss Bellatrix says it's raining. Shit. Abby, good to see you. I'm glad you made it, and I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Yeah, we'll probably start getting some really good monsoons here. I'll probably start right around the time I'm leaving as well. So. I'm surprised we had so many people able to show up. It's nice. But I did actually choose a normal time this time, so yeah. Makes it a little easier for everybody, as opposed to the 2 in the morning streams. Miss Bellatrix says, I'm in Australia. Crikey! And it's freezing. Does it get that cold in Australia? I always figured it was like warm in Australia. I figure cold is probably like a 70 degree. Abby says, it's my kiddo's birthday today. Just wrapping up all the fun. Happy birthday! And as I'm in mid-yawn. Happy birthday to the little one. Lord of Shower says, mind if I plug my channel here? Nah, go ahead, dude. We're all just patrons and channel members and all that. It's pretty chill. Pretty chill, dude. Yeah, I'm excited for the storms to start hitting here. It's going to be really nice. I'm hoping we get a nice electric storms. We'll have sometimes where it's just non-stop lightning. You just look out over the city and it's just lit up like a candle. Miss Bellatrix says, yeah, it really does, and it snows in some parts. Oh, wow. Yeah, I had no idea it would snow there. Especially being just like an island in the ocean. I know it was really hard to get snow every time I lived on the coast. So I assumed on a place with like the coast everywhere, there'd be no snow. You learn something new every day. Yeah, Abby, I hope you're having a nice fun party. All planned. It says just wrapping up all the fun. I assume the party's ending, and my first initial thing is you were like taking his presents that he had just gotten and then like just wrapping them up for next year. I don't know why that was the first thing that popped in my head. I'm just wrapping up all the fun, and the fun is his toys he just got, and you're wrapping them up. Okay, little Johnny, you'll get these again next year. Mom, I've had that Ken doll since I was 3. Can I have it yet? Efren says, hey, yo, man, you got any raisins? Got any raisins over there? Yeah, raisins. Lord of Shower says, love the lightning storms. Midwest, they get pretty nasty. Yeah, that they do. That they do. The Midwest is one of those ones, like, it's nice in the winter because it's a cold rain, but in the summer it's just a hot rain. So, like, you have an awesome storm, and you're like, oh, this rain's going to be refreshing, and it's, like, raining, and it's still 1,000,000% humidity. And it's just gross and hot and gross. What's up, Bad Vibe Storytelling? Good to see you, dude. Hope you're having a good weekend. Becky, I hope you have a wonderful day or night. Thank you for dropping in. Lotus Showers getting to play with the toys once a year. Called no, don't even let them play with them. Those are just for show. They got to be brand new each year when they open up. Do you know how annoying that would get by like your 8th birthday? You're just like looking at this toy you wanted to play with since you got it on your 2nd birthday or 3rd birthday. And then like, you just got to open it up and be happy for family and friends. And as soon as they all leave, your mom takes it and just wraps it back. Oh man, that would be so funny. Messed up, but funny. Yeah, I'm just hoping we don't have I don't think Vegas gets many monsoons. I was just worried about like flight delays and shit like that out of there, but I think the biggest thing I should worry about is my shuttle ride from here to Vegas. Because if one's hitting there on the way, we're going to be cruising through a storm, and I'm not even going to be driving. It's a whole different thing when you're the one driving and you feel like you have control. But when you're just riding passenger, you're helpless. Lord of Showers says that's what birthdays in hell are like. Probably pretty close, yeah. The best thing you can imagine. Come here, Tiggy. I got Tigger sitting next to me. Trying to get some love. You bad motherfucker. I don't know if you guys heard him meow. Ugly. Oh, now Thumper's jealous. He's walking over. He's like, you're petting him, but not me. Oh, wow. It's weird because, like, on my stream thing, I was gonna comment and put a picture of Thumper, but it's saying I have to sign in to chat. But for some reason, it's showing me the chat like I'm signed in. I'm on my streaming software. That's super weird. Very weird. Wonder what that's about. Go to shower says Vegas gets heat and more heat and dust and some more heat. That they do. That they do. I've been there a few times. I went there for a wedding for a family member from a previous marriage, essentially. And we got there, and my wife and I are completely sober, hadn't drinking anything. We figured, you drink after the wedding. Like the bride's mom, everybody's drinking mojitos. They're all like tipsy as shit. And I'm like, the wedding hasn't even started yet. What the hell's going on? And yeah, it was like, I think the wedding was at 1 or 2. And we're all just standing inside because they were having the wedding outside. It was some special deal they got. So we're all just standing inside. We're like, we're not going outside till it's time for the wedding. Yeah, it turned out great. Hot as shit. But fortunately, I'm living in the hotter area, so I'm kind of more used to that. Vegas is 109 right now. Where's my phone? I'll try to see what it is here. Oh, I think I left it in the bedroom, and I'm not gonna go get it. The missus is sleeping right now. I don't want to wake her up. Lord Shower says, sounds like weddings in South Dakota. South Dakota. Lord Shower says, YouTube's been taken over by aliens. Aren't they updating terms of service again? I'm sure they are. With all the political mojo bullshit going around all the time, everyone's changing rules, all kinds of, I don't know. Man, this whole presidential race has really done a lot of shit. Tell you what. It's gotten a lot of new people. I think the biggest issue is a lot of new people came into politics, and they're not used to the smear campaigns that literally happen every 4 years, if not less, because of local government. Like, people always talk shit on people, so now all of a sudden these people are thinking this person's extremely horrible, and they might not be. They're just here. Yeah, it's turned this whole political climate crazy. I've even had a whole bunch of people delete me off my like Facebook and shit over it. Crazy. Bad Vibe says, no, I'm in Southern Cal. If you were in Vegas. Yeah, I was actually planning a trip to Southern California. I was going to be in Anaheim in September, but this came up, so I canceled that. But yeah, it's fun out there. It's nice and cool. Triumph says, Kentucky is in the mid-90s, but so humid. Oh, I hated the humidity out in the Midwest. Like, that was something I never even knew about, humidity. What's up, Alexa? Good to see ya. Glad you made it. Yeah, I never even heard about humidity until I joined the military. And that was the first time I left the West Coast, because I was always in Northern California or in Oregon. And then I got sent out to Missouri, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. And holy crap, I remember stepping off the plane in St. Louis, and that was the first time I'd ever had an experience with humidity. And I hate it. Lord of Shower says, this whole demonetized by weird companies for background music and such. That's why I only use stuff from incompetech.com. He's been someone who never files claims. I mean, this music gets repetitive, but you don't got to worry about anything. I do have a link in like all of my videos at the end of the description, so if you ever need it to look for yourself some music, I highly recommend that. Efren says, dude, I'm right next to Anaheim, laterally. Well, at least it's not horizontally. That would be weird. Living next to it. Lateral it. Yeah, I was gonna, the company I work for gives every year free tickets to Knott's Berry Farm. Like, they close all of Knott's Berry Farm, they close it, and just our company gets in there for free, so we don't have lines or anything like that. And it was that event that I was gonna go to, and then I was gonna, stay there down there with the weekend, visit some family. Lord of Shower says, wife's home, gotta run. See you when you get back. All right, man. Thanks so much for dropping in. I really do appreciate it, man. I hope you and the missus have a great night. Yeah, dry heat really is manageable. I always thought it would be crazy hard. Were you? I thought you were a member already. You weren't a member. Were you Are you the one who lost your badge, Alexa? We're having an issue. I know Dr. Blue had an issue. And then someone else had an issue. I remember you were the one asking for the sausage story. Congratulations on being a new member, Alexa. You got some nice custom emotes. I forgot about that. You got some raisins on there? Thank you so much. And welcome to the membership family. Enjoy those new emotes. I can't even use my emotes right now. It says it's all weird. Oh, I might be able to go this way and use my emotes. Got some kitty cat. That cat. I'm sure you already know all the emotes. My cat Thumper. We got me on some random person's body. And a bloody ass heart. And then some story stuff. Yeah. I still think that Thumper one's awesome. That's one of my favorites. Okay, yeah, I thought that was you. I just couldn't remember because, like I said, a few people have been having that issue. And I remember I tweeted at YouTube, they never answered, so I had to go back into some old messages from when I was asking about Dr. Blue because they did the same thing to Dr. Blue, and so I had to go find the messages what they said to do with him, and then that's where I sent you that link because that's all they told me. And then you were saying they told you that they have no idea. It's like, what's going on over there? But welcome back. I'm glad you got your emotes back and your badge, and I really do appreciate it. Yeah, for those of you, actually you weren't here, Alexa. So this doll you're watching melt in the background, it didn't melt like I wanted. I had an expired like Dracula blood capsule, those ones you put in your mouth and you bite, it makes it look like you're bleeding. I put one of those in the head, hoping that like when the head melted, that would melt and then blood would just ooze everywhere, but it didn't work. But this is that burning at the stake where if you follow me on Facebook or Twitter, you saw me share the picture of the dolls all sitting there. Yeah, Alexa says, I'm so excited. I'm happy to have you back. I wonder why it's doing that. That's so messed up though that you lose your badge. That's crazy. They've got to figure that out. Triumph says, how do I get your makers emojis? They're a channel member perk. So it's for YouTube specifically. It's not on Patreon or anything. It's on YouTube. There's an option to become a channel member where you'll get like badges and pretty much like how I shared the link. I shared a link for this stream as well in there. So that way people that are channel members can also join us in here because they're supporting the channel, all that. But yeah, it's just a special way to support the channel in another way. Get the custom emotes, custom channel badge. The badges change as time goes on. Like Abby and Efren, they're supporting, and Bad Vibes, they're supporting over the 6 months. I think it's 6 months. Yeah, over 6 months. And then here soon we'll probably have I think finally a 1 year one. I gotta go make sure I updated the 1 year badge. I gotta get it something really badass. You don't see any dolls melting? Is it not showing on the screen? Do you see the fire, right? Because the fire starts really slow. So like right now you're not gonna see anything except black and a tiny little bit of fire. But here in a minute. Yes, Bad Vibes. YouTube takes a cut out of the perk rev. I think it's 30%. They take it out of donation. Like anything to do with YouTube, YouTube takes it out of. Whether it be ads on your channel, a donation, a channel membership, any of that. Okay, yeah, you'll see the doll here soon, Alexa. It's just right now I have not much light on it. So the only light outside at like 2 in the morning is that little bit of fire. So as it, here within the next couple minutes, it's gonna actually start catching the doll on fire so you'll be able to see it more. I was just happy that day that it wasn't windy because I had set up everything for the taping of this and then the wind picked up, so I couldn't even do it because I'm not going to risk a fire out here in the desert. So I had to wait probably 2 or 3 days and then finally came home from work and it wasn't windy, so I was like, I'm burning this motherfucker. And I lit it on fire. It was amazing. Is that over a year, Abby? You are 1 year, 4 months. Holy shit. So yeah, I gotta update that badge. I think I have a different one designed. I just didn't know anyone was hitting a year already. Holy shit. Alright, Abby. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do for that 1 year badge. Maybe make that glow. I wonder if we got, like, if it could outline it in a thick red. What would make it really cool? Alexa's like, why would you melt dolls though? Ew, weird. Well, because it's creepy. And like I said, I put blood in the head and really thought that'd be so cool. When the face starts melting, blood just starts oozing down. And then I'll zoom out here after the doll actually melts and you'll see the other dolls standing there watching. Abby, by the way, congrats on almost a year and a half. Because I don't get like special notifications or nothing like that. That is a long you're probably the longest person then. I wonder how I can check that. There's probably got to be a way I can see how long people. I think you were like one of the very first ones. Teddy was pretty quick on it too. And Dr. Blue was too, but then they stole his thingy. Triumph said, yeah, I've donated, but I didn't know it was separate. Yeah, I kind of wish they were better at, like, they should have an icon right next to that, or even also bring up that fact that said, hey, if you're going to donate $5 already, consider becoming a channel member type of thing. Like, YouTube's really horrible when it comes to having things common sense wise. I've noticed that. Like me, down where they have that money dollar symbol, I'd have another symbol right next to it. But as soon as you click that money thing, like I said, as soon as you were gonna spend a few dollars, it would prompt something to be like, hey, we noticed you're donating to support the channel. That's awesome. Maybe consider becoming a channel member and get their badge and custom emotes and blah, blah, blah. So that way someone knows. They're like, oh, well, I'd rather do this type of thing, you know? Yeah. Alexa's like, oh my God, you creepy serial killer, you. Hey, look at it. Just look at that little doll. Watch it burn. Watch it burn. I turned the flashlight on, as I'm sure you noticed, because I wanted to be able to see the blood if it did come out, but then it didn't. Yeah. That vibe says, I can't remember if I was a member before I created this channel or not. I think I've always remembered that name, but I'm not really sure. You should be able to look at your about page on your channel and it will tell you when you joined. Like mine, I joined in April of 2008. And then the doll just like melts. And somewhere in that head that's now a molten piece of plastic is a blood capsule waiting to ooze everywhere. Alexa says, nothing was worse than that creepy demon bunny you put up for Easter though. Oh my God, that was creepy. I still have the picture of that. I'm gonna probably use it in a thumbnail sometime. I'm trying to think of maybe like outline, cut it out type of thing, and then shrink it to where it fits like a mask on someone's face. Because that's just a mask. You could buy that mask. That was just like an advertising picture or something like that. They'll just have it cut out and make it look like a person, or even add it on like 50 different people all just looking at you. Very nice and cool. Now you can see the other dolls just sitting there watching. That one on the farthest right is going to be the next one burned. The other small one. These two big ones are going to just watch. They're kind of the bullies of the situation. The big dolls right there. We're looking in between their heads. Burn, yes. Actually, Efren, that's a great idea. That is a wonderful idea. That should be the 1 year badge. I think I'm gonna have to do that. That's a great idea. Alexa knows she'd really like it. Yep, Abby likes it too, and Abby's the one sitting over a year, so we just found a winner. I will try to get that all cleaned up and make that up, Abby, here soon, so that way you'll have that cool badge. You'll be like one of the only ones rocking on channel. Everyone will see your name. Alexa will see you going through the comments in a video. She'll be like, oh my god, no! And then just run outside, PTSD! Start smacking her head into the concrete. No! Poor Alexa. She's gonna be like, I am no longer gonna be a channel member. I regret this. Every time she's about to get to a year, she's gonna be like, delete. She's like, I'll come back in a month or so when I restart my channel badge sequence. Maybe for like 2 years we'll make it a gold demon bunny. We'll just make him so he's got a gold face. Be like, yeah, now he's all blinged out. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's a great idea, Efren. Well, Alexa hates you now, but... Side note, I'm glad I don't have an Alexa. Because if I had an Alexa, every time I was talking to Alexa, that thing would be going off and I'd be like, shut up, Alexa! And then Alexa in the comments would be like, what'd I do? And I'm like, not you, Alexa! Shut up, Alexa! Not you, Alexa! And just be an endless rotation of that. So it's a good thing. Yeah, I've also been in my head trying to come up with like comedy routines. I have one that's such a fucker. It's so dark and twisted. I'm not gonna be telling that joke for a long time. Be a little while. I do have jokes. I got jokes, son. I'll end up having to test them out on you guys and see if you guys have a twisted sense of humor like I do. Alexa says, seriously, I get that Alexa joke way too much. It's out of control. Yeah, for some reason, like when I say your name, like that's what pops in my head because all those like commercials and Alexa, 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 and like you watch a stream, someone's like, Alexa, play a song. And you just know you're sitting at home like, I ain't your slave, bitch. Get up, change your own damn song. Type of thing. I know, bad vibes. I was wondering that too. It says, I assume Alexa doesn't have an Alexa either. You should be able to change your key phrase for any of those, in my opinion. There's no reason why you can't choose your own key phrase. Yo, dipshit. What's the weather outside? You know, something like that. And then when your wife's talking to you, she constantly knows the weather outside. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm happy I have that okay Google thing on my phone. I was trying, oh yeah, my phone's not even out here, okay. I was trying to feel in my pocket if my phone was about to vibrate, like, we're listening, type of thing, but I forgot I left it, so. Alexa says, I think so too. I think you can say echo instead. You can say echo? I didn't even, well, I also don't have one, so how would I hear about that? Yeah, it'd be smart. I just think it's horrible way, like that whole Burger King incident where they did it where it was like, okay, Google, and pretty much like anyone who had this system while they had a television on, it was now tapping into their Google or Alexa or whatever it was, and then giving all kinds of advertising for Burger King. And that kind of shit's weird. I'd rather just have my own thing, so I'm not gonna be watching a television show and it's not gonna get set off. Unless they're like, hey, yo, donkey lips, get on over here, tell me that they're on weather. Type of thing. Abby and Triumph both say, I have twisted sense of humor, and dark humor is the best. Yeah, I told my wife this joke too. I don't think she knew where it was going at first, and then she laughed her ass off on the punchline. So insensitive. I don't know why it popped into my fucking head. I wonder if I should just say, no, I should wait. I'm gonna wait. Now's not a good time. I'll wait. But it's definitely a joke that I won't forget. Because like this would be like spot on in one of those, like an actual little stand-up skit. Fucked up, but spot on. But we're probably gonna actually have to wind down this stream right now so I can get some other shit taken care of. I gotta get my yard work done. I gotta wash my car. That way, because that's why I'm taking a shuttle from here to Vegas, is that way the missus has the car. She's gonna have to stay here with the guinea pigs and cats and all that. That way they're taken care of, and leaving her the vehicle. So I was sitting there at work Friday, and my coworker called in, so I was alone like my entire shift trying to do everything, her job and my job, and calling all my family members because I just found out about this, and calling, searching airlines. And it's been a hell of a busy couple days. I'm just happy Saturday morning I called the shuttle place. I hadn't made my airline tickets yet. Oh, bye, Efren. Thank you so much for dropping in, dude. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And I really do appreciate the support, my dude. Yeah, I'll be in Vegas just for a couple hours. I'm flying out of Vegas. I'm actually going up to Oregon to go see my aunt. But yeah, the nearest airport really is Vegas. But yeah, I ended up calling the shuttle, got that figured out, and then I made my airline tickets reservations, got those figured out, and then figured out my rides to and from the airport once I'm up in Oregon as well. So if everything goes properly, it should be a smooth trip, so it'd be nice. Abby says, I said something to Kevin the other day, and even after I said it, I was like, oh shit, that was pretty dark. Sometimes like that's all you can do is like, dark shit's always gonna happen. There's no reason you can't laugh at. No, I mean, if you're standing there and a dude's head gets crushed by a car, if you just start immediately laughing, okay, you might have some issues. Now, if that same situation happens and then a year later you make a joke, you're probably all right. Alexa says, so this is a members only stream. Well, no, there's people on here that aren't members. This is patron and members only stream. So anyone supporting the channel financially in any way, this is available for anyone. I have it shared on Patreon, and I have it shared in the community tab. I can actually make it so it only shows to paid members on YouTube, which is how I have it right now. Yeah, just try to get some extra time and some actual one-on-one chat time with the people that are actually taking money out of their own pockets to support the channel, Plus, I'm really close with like all of you for the most part. I think we've all chatted for like a long time. I do miss Dr. Blue, man. I know he's been going through some things. Dr. Blue and Izzy, I miss them a lot. I've reached out to him. I was like, where the fuck have they been? So I actually reached out to them on Twitter, and yeah, they're alive and everything. So if any of you were wondering, don't worry, they're alive. Just going through some things. But I was worried. I was worried too. Thank you, Triumph. I hope I have a smooth trip as well. I'm kind of nervous. I always get nervous before traveling. Like, I've taken Greyhounds that are 3 or 4 days long, you know, all kinds of things. And for some reason, I still just always get nervous before I go. Not that anything's gonna bad happen, just the whole process of like missing one of my transportations or something like that. But I'm hoping it should all go smooth. The shuttle service I have, they're literally dropping me off at pretty much like exactly where I gotta check in, and then they're gonna pick me up right outside of there. And my airline flight is 2 hours and 11 minutes on. It's 2 hours 11 minutes on one way, and then 2 hours and 16 minutes on the other. So we're gaining an extra 4 minutes travel time somewhere. The pilot's probably gonna do a donut. That's what I would do. Be like, on that flight, I'm gonna do a donut in the air. So let's add 3 minutes onto that flight, 4 minutes on that flight. But yeah, I'll end up probably. I gotta download some games and apps and things. I'm gonna have a lot of travel time because once I get there, it's gonna be a lot of driving too. Alexa says, "How long are you going to be there for? Visiting fam in Oregon." I'm leaving here the 26th, and then I'll fly out of Vegas also the 26th, and then I fly into Oregon that night, and then I'll be at my mom's until the 28th, and then she was already driving down to see my aunt, so I'm gonna ride with her down there, and we're gonna see my aunt, and then my other aunt is also coming into town to see her, and then my mom and my aunt that's fine are gonna drive and go to my mom's house and stay there, and I'm gonna just stay with my cousin, who's also where my aunt that's not doing good at all is staying, so that way I can spend time there, and then I'll fly back the 31st, and then I requested the 1st off of work, so that way I can kind of recoup from the trip, and then I'll go back to work Friday the 2nd, and then I'll have a weekend. Come back for a day of work. I should have just taken another day, and then that gives me 3 more days, but it was kind of an impromptu trip. I didn't want to just like screw them too bad. I appreciate the well wishes, Abby and Lexa and Triumph and everybody. Yeah, I don't see any issues. Just that always, you know, that weird thing before traveling. I've had it where, like in the military when I was traveling, I had to get to my duty station. And I'm sure most of you know in the airport there's USOs for where soldiers they can go hang out, chill, do all that kind of thing. So I went into a USO and asked them what time they closed. They told me it was like 1 in the morning. I was like, cool. I'm going to check in my bag. I'm going to go to the bar, have a couple drinks while I wait, come back down, you know, figure it all out. So I go up to the bar. I'm not even 21 at the time. I was just in military uniform, and you really don't get ID'd a whole bunch when you're in military uniform, funny enough. So I'm up there. I had a couple beers. It's time for my flight to get ready. So I go back to the USO, and it's before midnight, you know. And it's locked. I'm like, oh shit. My bag's in there with my ticket, my orders, everything. Like, there's nothing I can do without that. So first thing I do is run to the airline desk, and I'm like, hey, is there any way we can reschedule my flight? Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no, there's no refunds, no reschedules. Like, shit. So I just run off. I find a janitor. I ask him if he can get in there, and he's like, no, we don't have a key to that since it's like kind of government. And I was like, uh-oh, well, I need in there. So then it was the craziest thing. My flight got delayed, like starting right then at that moment where it was boarding. And this guy was running around. Thank goodness for him. I don't know what I would have done without him, but he ended up finally finding a key to get me in there. And it was like literally as soon as I touched my bag, I heard over the intercom they were loading for my flight. So I was sprinting as fast as I can through the airport at like 12:30, 1 in the morning, trying to get there, catch the red eye. That might be the reason I'm nervous so much, is because I know things can happen. Yeah, it's a bit of traveling. Once I get to Oregon, because from here to Vegas, it's about a 3-hour drive. And then a 2-hour flight, so there's 5 hours there. And then once I get to Portland, it's going to be like a 6.5, 7-hour drive. So almost 12 hours. So it's about a 1-day traveling round trip completely. Like including the airlines, the driving, all that. So One day. But to get to Oregon, if I were driving, I mean, driving one way would be probably, I think it's like 20 hours, something like that. So it would be about the same amount of time. One way, at least. So, just fortunate I'm able to get up there and all that. So, yeah. Seems to be going pretty smooth. Just had to change one of my ticket times and make sure I'll be able to make it home for the shuttle times. But yeah, other than that, it looks like everything's working perfect. Alexa says, hope you'll be able to stream while you're traveling, even for a little bit. I probably try to figure out a way to, you know, even if it's just me chilling. The thing is, I'd have to make it public, I think, because I don't know if I'd be able to make an unlisted stream on the mobile app and then get a link for that and then share that on Patreon and members. So I could probably do like, yeah, maybe a short one while I'm out there, a phone stream or somewhere, just chill, show some scenery. I know I'm bringing my camera so I can try to go out at night into the woods and get some nice background footage as well. I'm gonna try to do as much as I can while I'm out there, between visiting family, getting some work done at the same time. Alexa says, oh no, what happened? I can't hear anything anymore. I don't know. It looks like I'm connected. I see my mic audio waves moving. So it should be good. Hopefully. I'm not really sure. I hope y'all can hear me. I have no idea. So, yeah. But I'm going to be ending the stream anyway, so probably a bad time for it to disappear. I don't know if you can hear me. Would you say you're maker? When? Watch Alexa's just trolling me. She's like, I heard you the whole time, motherfucker. Yeah, I don't know why it would cut out like that. Bad Vibe said, I heard everything on my end. Okay, cool. I was waiting for someone to at least confirm that I wasn't just talking to myself that whole time. Because I have no idea. All I know is it looked like my audio was all good and everything, so. Well, everybody, I really do appreciate you guys chilling with me a little bit. Getting some of the info, what's going on, all that good stuff. I'm going to be trying to... I had a couple creepypastas that I was holding on to because I wasn't sure if it was something I wanted to put on the channel or not. But I figure I might as well now, so I'm going to, throughout this week, I'm going to try to get at least 2 videos, if not 3, done. So, Alexa, no, my mute was on. That's so awesome. I'll do that shit in my video games all the time. Like, I'll go to move my headset and press the wrong button, not even notice, or like I slid the volume button, didn't notice, and I'm like, why can't I hear anybody? And I'm just sitting there going, I can't hear the game either. It's the funniest shit. Yeah, I really do appreciate all you guys dropping in and showing some support and all that good stuff. And I'll try to have, there's definitely gonna be some content coming out before I leave. You guys will have access, like I'm gonna have it where it's uploaded throughout my trip, but you guys will have access before I even fly out. I'm just gonna fully upload it for all you guys, so you'll be able to listen whenever the heck you want. Everyone else, they're gonna have to wait till I decide to make it public. So, yeah. Thank you all again so much for dropping in. I really do appreciate it. And for those listening after the fact, hello, and we miss you. Sorry you didn't make it. Dr. Blue, if you're listening, I miss you, my brother. My doctor. You too, Izzy. I haven't seen either of you guys in forever. Yeah. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I wanted to say? Bumblebee tuna. Bumblebee tuna. Tuna sounds good. I got shrimp. Forgot. I'm so hungry. Shrimp cocktail. Alright, everybody. Have a wonderful night or day, whatever time it is, wherever you're at. and I will talk to you soon. Bad bye.